me record it. I will convert it, and but it will not be public. I will not make it public.
Okay, yes. Yes, please.
It's just for you. So, so this is the structure. So now what happens is exactly what I had explained earlier. That the interdependence that we are looking at is how the sectors help each other.
Yeah.
Now we have the sectors that are called producers.
Yeah.
And we have the sectors that are called users.
Yes.
So here we shall be showing when you're interpreting a column, when you're interpreting a column like now this one for agriculture, it shows the inputs. So this one will be showing us input of agriculture from agriculture is this much. Input to agriculture from agriculture is this much. Input to agriculture from manufacturing is this much. And input to agriculture from transport is this much. We shall put figures here. So the key thing that I'm mentioning for now is that when you're interpreting a column, it shows inputs. Then when you are interpreting a row this way, it shows the output, how the output is used.
Okay.
Now this, what we are calling user, noted by matrix A, is called intermediate demand. It is what the sectors themselves use.
Okay.
And then this final demand, it is used by external persons who are not in the sector. For example, a person like me, when I consume ugali, I am part of the final demand in the agriculture because I am not eating that ugali so that I can go back to the shamba. So I'm an outsider to that sector. So that is called final demand. But when the farmer consumes ugali so that in the afternoon he can go back to the shamba, that is part of intermediate demand. Now this one is represented by A, this is Y, and this is X. And if you remember, there's a formula we had written here, which we had said that X is equal to, let me even also write it here, that X is equal to A plus Y. Now, this one, you are not right. You have. I hope you have not written. Or you are writing.
It's okay. Yeah, I've written.
Oh, okay. Tutarudi tu kujaza, but I still want to use it to fill in this question. Now, the way this question has been sent, it requires you to know where do we record inputs and where do we record outputs.
Yes.
I have said inputs are recorded in the column. And output, they are recorded in the row.
Okay.
So when they say that in the second sentence, production of 1 unit of agriculture requires 0.5 unit of manufacturing. So the word requires, is that talking about input or output? As far as agriculture is concerned. He's saying, for you to produce or production of 1 unit of agriculture,
yes,
it requires 0.5. So now we are in agriculture, and we are saying for us to produce 1 unit of agriculture, we require. So are we talking of inputs as far as agriculture is concerned, or are we talking of output as far as agriculture is concerned?
Input.
Good. So if it is input, then we are going to record in the column.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay, fine.
So that is input to agriculture from manufacturing.
Yes.
I'm going to record here, but don't record in your diagram. We shall put it as a matrix down there. But for purposes of explanation, I want to put it here. So they are saying is 0. What? 1.
Yeah.
No, 0.5.
0.5, yeah.
Requires 0.5. Then we are told and 0.25 of transport.
Yes.
So that means from transport to agriculture, 0.25.
5.
So you see kama hukejua input zinarekodiwa in a column.
Yes.
Maybe this one you could have gotten it right, agriculture, manufacturing, you could have put it there. But now this one for, actually you could also even miss because you could have put it here.
Yeah, it's true.
You see, this is also agriculture, manufacturing.
Yes.
Even this is transport, agriculture, which could also have done.
Yeah.
So the key thing in kujua, hii maneno examiner anaongelea, is he talking about input or he's talking about output? We go to the next statement. It says, production of 1 unit of manufacturing requires 0.25 units of agriculture. So again, that is input to agriculture. So we come here and we put, input to manufacturing from agriculture, which is 0.25. Have you gotten that?
Yes, yes, I have.
Okay, then it requires 0.25 from transport. So the input to manufacturing from transport is 0.25 again. The next statement inasema, and production of 1 unit of transport requires 0.33 units of agriculture. So the input to agriculture, to transport from agriculture, input to transport from agriculture is 0.33.
Okay.
And the input to transport from manufacturing is 0.25. That is how it's recorded. So what I was saying is missing.
Yes.
Is we don't have a value here for agriculture. We don't have manufacturing.
Yes.
And we don't have transport.
Yes.
That is what is missing. And again, unlike the Markov, where we know that these ones should add maybe to 1, that is not the case. So the examiner must have forgotten to give us these values.
Is it possible that these values are also 0?
It can't be 0.
In view of the fact,
because it could be possible, but practically, you cannot produce without using one of your resources.
Oh, okay, fine, I get it. Okay.
You see, like now in education,
yes.
Myself, I am a product of education sector that came back to education.
Okay.
So that education can now produce more, like you and others, if you are not a teacher.
Okay.
But there is no way education can produce without benefiting from its own. So theoretically, academically, it couldn't be possible. Make a 0 to solve your myself, but practically it's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we are going to do today, for the purposes of solving, we are going to assume some figures. We are going to assume some figures because look at Roman 2. If you look at Roman 2, you see they are saying suppose the final demand is 60 units for agriculture. So here itawekwa hapa 60.
Okay.
52 for manufacturing.
Yeah.
And 48 for transport. So now hiyo imejaa. Hapo tumepewa the final demand for the 3 sectors. Lakini huku kwingine they have omitted. So we are going to assume some figures and we work with that. So put this one to be 0.1 Put this to be 0.30. This is 58, 0.28. And the figure that we have assumed, we are going to put an asterisk. So down there now,
yes.
Aya, sasa nataka tuende hapo chini below it. Let me change my camera so that now we answer the question.
Okay.
Technological coefficients matrix. So that one is drawn like this. It's called matrix A. On this side, we have the producer, where we have agriculture, we have manufacturing, and we have transport. Share. So this is agriculture. So this side we have the users. Let me use initials. This is agriculture, this is manufacturing, and this is transport. So sasa hapa ndio tutaweka 0.15, 0.5, 0.25, 0.25, 0.30, 0.25, 0.33, 0.25, 0.28. And then for these figures, you can put an asterisk. These ones,
Okay.
There.
Mwalimu, just a minute.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. If for those figures where you have put other figures on it, let's say on my end they bring it without assuming those other figures. What will I do? Will I put a 0? Because, for example, if I look at it, agriculture, okay, if we look at the first statement, production of 1 unit of agriculture, just 1 unit of agriculture, requires 0.5 unit of manufacturing and 0.25 of transport. So I'm assuming, like, let's say you're planting beans, yeah? You need 2.5 for transportation and something from manufacturing, but 0 from agriculture. That's why I'm thinking it might be 0.
For computation purposes, it can work.
It can work.
Yes, but for practical purposes, it is not. Because there is one assumption. If you get deeper into input-output analysis,
yeah,
one of the assumptions says there is absence of returns to scale.
Yeah.
Which means that the total output, the total input should equal to total output.
Okay.
As in, if you get 1 unit of agriculture, you must have input also 1 unit.
Okay.
Now hii total nimeandika hapa chini kwa hii diagram tulikuwa tumechora. The figures that finally tutaleta hapa are the same figures tutaleta hapa. Naona hii ni total.
Okay.
So if you tell us this is 0, and this plus this is not equal to 1,
yeah,
then your system will not be balanced.
Okay, so should it be equal to 1? Each column should be equal to 1?
Yes, down here, yes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, what happens, let me take you back kidogo.
Okay.
If you look at these three values, they are inputs from that sector itself and other sectors.
Okay.
We also call them internal inputs.
Yeah.
And they are the ones we call secondary. So this value for secondary, it is this plus this plus this. Now, if you take your calc, then how the one comes in. 0.15 plus 0.5 plus 0.25, that is 0.9.
Okay.
The primary is what remains for secondary to be 1. What remains for secondary to be 1, 0.1.
Okay.
So that when I add these now, I should get 1.
Okay.
Now, assuming we did not have this 0.15, then this one cannot be 0.9. It will be 0.75. And this one now, maybe we then say it is 0.25, the primary, so that we come back here and get what? 1. Can you see that?
Okay.
But someone who understands this one will question you, where is this one? And maybe we can also look at another question. Let me see whether I'm okay. If you go to input output models, see how you will track it. Matrix application. There is a question at the page number. Maybe you can see from my screen.
Okay.
You see this matrix they have given us. You see it is complete. 0.6, yes. 0.1, 0.2. Are you able to see it?
This is which question?
It is question 3. Imeandikwa tu SBS na title yake. I think title imeandikwa matrix application input output models.
Just a minute, let me get it. Just a minute. Sorry, please.
Matrix application.
Okay. Nile nilikutumia jana, si ndio?
I think zote ulituma jana.
Change syndicate assignment. Haina date.
Ama wachana na hiyo enda kwa hii 18th of May 2022. 18th of May 2022.
Okay, okay.
Umeiona hiyo karatasi?
Nimeiona.
Haya, enda kwa question 3.
Question 3. 18th of May 2022. Okay, question 3.
Question 3. Sasa hii maswali hata wanachukuanga tu hii yetu ya CPA.
Ndio ninaona.
Sasa ukiangalia inasema a small economy consists of 3 industries: steel, motor vehicles and construction. The industries are interdependent.
Yeah.
Now each unit of steel output requires 0.2 units from steel. See, we are discussing steel, so it requires 0.2 from itself. 0.3 from motor vehicles and 0.4 from construction.
Yeah.
Naona tumepewa 3 figures because it is a great economy. Ukifuata inasema a unit of motor vehicles output requires 0.2 steel, 0.4 from motor vehicles and 0.2 from construction.
Yes.
A unit of construction requires 0.3 unit of steel, 0.4 units from motor vehicles and 0.1 units from construction.
Yes.
Wameendelea wakasema the final demand is 20 from steel, 50 million units from motor vehicles and 30 million units from construction. Now develop a technological matrix. Unaona hayo maswali yanafanana? Yes.
Lakini hiyo wametupatia for all 3, yeah?
Hii wamepeana for all 3 and that is how it should be.
Okay.
I am almost 99% sure that this was a missing statement. But unless maybe Mwalimu has told you that in case it is missing, you put a 0. Has the teacher addressed that?
No.
Okay. So what we shall do to be on the safe side,
Yeah.
Because for now we are just trying to understand the concept.
Okay.
We shall go by these assumed figures.
Yeah.
And in case in the exam you find that the question has not given these 2 things.
Yes.
One, you raise your concern to the teacher.
Okay.
If he confirms that the question is okay,
yeah,
then you can put a 0.
Okay.
If he confirms akwambie hiyo swali mimi iko sawa, mimi nimeset, endelea namna hiyo, then you can put what? A 0 to proceed.
Yeah.
But I'm almost 100% sure it is a typing error.
Okay.
So is that okay?
That's fine.
Good. So we can then proceed.
Okay.
So this one I have put. So this was 0.9. Hii bado hatujaandika kitu, tutarudi. Tulikuwa huko kwa technological coefficients matrix.
Yeah.
Now this is where I wanted nikakwambia uweke asterisks hivi. Put to star,
Okay.
Then hapa chini hiyo ka star hapa. Useme assumed.
Okay.
So that anyone looking at your work,
yeah,
will not be confused like the way we are confused. So ataona ile swali mnajibu haikuwa rahisi. So atakutoa wapi, lakini ukimwambia they have been assumed, that settles this course.
Yeah.
So now we can proceed with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. So if we are okay with that, let us go back to the question tuone walikuwa nauliza. Okay. So we already have now developed the technological coefficients matrix. Na tumesema the column tumejaza because these are inputs. And these are outputs. Maybe I can now interpret it also this way.
Yes.
0.15 is the output from agriculture required to make 1 unit by agriculture.
Okay.
0.25 is the output from agriculture required to make 1 unit of manufacturing. 0.3, 3 is the output from agriculture that is required by transport in order for transport to make one.
Okay.
In very simple words, these are quantities from agriculture that go, these are quantities of output of agriculture that go to agriculture. This is that goes to manufacturing, and this goes to transport.
Yeah.
We interpret downwards. This is the value that comes to agriculture from agriculture. This comes to agriculture from manufacturing, comes to agriculture from transport. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Good. Now, hiyo kibarua kingine iko kwa part 2. Now, this part 2, have you covered the topic of matrices?
Yes, we have.
You know how to get an inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix?
Yes, I do.
Either minus, cofactors?
Yes.
Good. So that is now what we are supposed to do. Okay. So, when you're told to get to determine the output, we are going to say total output. Total output. X is equals to I minus A inverse multiplied by Y.
Okay.
I will have to rub my table with the Torah tena because you're working against the share. I think for the interest of time, because I also send you the recording.
Yes, we go quickly.
We go quickly without you writing.
Okay, that's fine.
Tuweze kumaliza. Then I will send you the recording in case you want now to write. Okay, so the formula is like that. So now we will need I minus A. I is an identity matrix that is written like this. 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. That is what we call identity matrix. Minus 0.15, 0.5, 0.25, 0.25, 0.30, 0.25, 0.33, 0.25, 0.28. Now, if you want to subtract matrices, it is 1 minus 0.15. That would give us 0.8.
Yes. 5.
This one will be minus 0.25. This will be minus 0.33.
Yes.
Again, minus 0.5. This will be 0.7. This will be minus 0.25. Huyu mwingine atakuwa minus 0.25, minus 0.25, and 0.72. So that is I minus A.
Okay.
From there, we prepare something called minus matrix. Minus matrix. Now, the minus matrix, this is how we go about it. You stop here. Here, you block the elements in that column, and the elements in that row. If you broke that you are 0.7 minus 0.25 minus 0.25 and 0.72. Simeiona hivyo?
Yeah, nimeiona.
Aya, tukuja hapa. You now drop the first row, the second column. Utaachiwa minus 0.5 minus 0.25 minus 0.25 and 0.72. That way. We come here, drop third column, first row. That one is here. That is minus 0.5, 0.7, minus 0.25, minus 0.25. You come now to this one. You drop the second row, first column. Unaachiwa minus 0.25, minus 0.33, minus 0.25, and 0.72. When you get here, drop second row, second column. Unaachiwa 0.85 minus 0.33 minus 0.25, 0.72. You come to this one. Drop second row, third column. Unaachiwa 0.85 minus 0.25, minus 0.25 and minus 0.25. Then tufuje hapa, drop this row and this column. Tunaachwa na minus 0.25, minus 0.33, 0.7 and minus 0.25. Tukuje hapa, drop this and drop this column. Tunaachwa na 0.85, minus 0.33, minus 0.5 and minus 0.25. Then finally we drop third row, third column. Tunaachiwa 0.85, minus 0.25,
yeah,
and minus 0.5 and 0.7. Now this is matrix M, which is, now if you look at this matrix, it is due date.
Yes.
There is a check that we use to know whether you have done the right thing. Unaona hiyo ya kwanza hii, ifuata hii. Ndio iko hapa chini.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Wow. Yes, I can see that.
Alafu hizi za huku ndani, they alternate. Unaona hii ya pili. Ukiruka hii ya tatu unaipata. Ukifuata hii.
Oh.
Unaona hivyo? Huyu mwingine huyu unaruka huyu unampata hapa. So that is the first check whether you have gotten it right.
Okay.
Now quickly chukua calculator because these are determinants.
Yeah.
Tutakuwa tuna multiply the major diagonal, tuna minus the minor diagonal. So chukua calculator, we do together. You have the calc?
Yeah, I have it somewhere here. Do you have it? Please.
Karole.
Okay, I have it.
Do that determinant.
Yes.
Now determinant you call easier when you sit on major diagonal.
Yeah.
So you multiply them. Nice na sit on minor diagonal to multiply to calculate.
Okay.
So what here we get 0.7 times 0.72 minus 0.25 times minus 0.25 equals
0.7 times
0.7 times 0.72
times 0.72 minus
Minus 0.25 times minus 0.25.
Are we getting 0.4415?
Good. That's also what I've gotten. 4415.
Okay. Yeah.
You get minus 0.5 times 0.72 minus minus 0.25 times minus 0.25 equals
minus 0.5 times 0.72 minus 0.25 times 0.2
times minus 0.25.
Oh yeah, so I have to always put the minus, eh?
Yes.
0.4225.
Yes, good. So minus 0.4225.
Okay.
To deal with how you know it, in a negative, so to kuga minus 0.5 times minus 0.25. To get then minus 0.7 times minus 0.25.
Are we getting minus 0.1225?
I'm getting 0.3. We can do it again.
Okay.
Same minus 0.5.
Okay, minus 0.5.
Times minus 0.25.
Yes.
Then minus.
Yes.
0.7.
Yeah.
Times minus 0.25.
0.3.
Yes, 0.3.
Okay.
Good.
We are sour. We are okay.
Yeah, okay.
We are okay here.
To get minus 0.25 times 0.72 minus 0.33 times minus 0.25.
When I had to die, I think you had a hit here.
Okay.
It's okay. Let's continue. Okay, that's here. I think it's me not. I don't have enough light to see what is happening with this calculator of mine. Now I'm better.
Okay. So what here again? No, to get minus 0.25.
Minus 0.25
times 0.72
times 0.72 minus
minus 0.33
yeah
times minus 0.25 equals
0.2625.
Yes, negative, eh?
Yes, negative 0.2625.
.2625.
Yeah.
We are going to say 0.85 times 0.72 minus minus 0.25 times minus 0.33.
Okay.
You want to know he got a brackets in the calc. So minus open the brackets 0.85 times 0.72, close the brackets. Minus, open the brackets, minus 0.25 times minus 0.33, close the brackets, equals. How do you tell?
0.5295.
Yes, good. 0.5295.
Okay.
Haya, tudiendo hiki. Sasa tuko kwa hivi. Itakuwa 0.85 times minus 0.25 minus
Really? You actually put them in the bracket on the calculator?
Yes, you can put them in the brackets, or you can just go straight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the calc is scientific, it is able to do it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So, which one do you want? 23 kwa brackets?
Tunaweza weka kwa bracket.
Okay, so look at the brackets. Open the brackets, 0.85 times minus 0.25, funga brackets. Minus, open the brackets. You have minus 0.25 times minus 0.25, close the brackets.
I'm getting minus 0.275.
Good, minus 0.275.
Yes.
Haya, kuja sasa kwa hiyo ya mwisho.
Okay.
Open the brackets, minus 0.25 times minus 0.25, close the brackets. Then you say minus, open the brackets, minus 0.33 times 0.7. Close the brackets, and then you say equals.
.1685.
No, I'm getting 0.29.
Hey, I did that there.
That's okay.
Okay, kajokerere hanini.
Open the brackets, minus 0.25.
Yeah. Minus 0.25.
Minus, what are the times minus 0.25 again? We close the brackets.
Yeah.
Then we say minus. Open the brackets.
Yes.
We get minus 0.33 times 0.7. Close the brackets and then say equals.
0.2935.
Good. 2935.
Okay. Yes.
Open the brackets. 0.85 times minus 0.25. Close the brackets.
Yes.
Minus, open the brackets. We get minus 0.5 times minus 0.33. Close the brackets, equals.
.3775.
Good. Negative 0.3775.
Yeah. Okay.
Open the brackets, 0.85 times Angalia kidogo join the way.
Yeah, ekacheke
Sawa.
This one I'm getting 0.47.
0.47. Minus 0.25. 0.47. Perfect. Good.
Okay.
So sasa hiyo ndio inaitwa minus matrix.
Okay.
Once you have gotten the minus matrix, we create another matrix known as cofactors matrix.
Okay.
Cofactors matrix. Now there are rules that we use to create a cofactors matrix, but for our case, what happens? Let me explain to you because it's not a master where unafanya hii application. What happens? Here you put positive sign that way.
Okay.
Then you go alternating, plus minus, whichever direction you take.
Yeah.
Plus minus, plus minus. So this becomes minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus.
Okay.
So tumesema two things. You start with positive, then you go alternating plus, minus, plus, minus.
Okay.
Once you have put them there, you now multiply the sign that is here with the new sign that you have put here.
Oh, you multiply the sign that is here with the, okay.
The new sign that you have put here.
Okay.
So positive times positive, that is positive.
Yes.
So this value here remains as 0.4415. Negative times negative, positive.
Positive. Okay.
So that becomes 0.4225. Positive, positive, that is positive, 0.3. Negative, negative, that is positive, 0.2625. Positive, positive, that is still positive, 0.5295.
Yes.
Negative, negative, that is 0.275, positive.
Yes.
Okay, that is positive, positive, so we are left with 0.2935. This is negative, negative, they become positive, 0.3775. Then that is 0.47.
Okay.
Sasa hiyo ndio inaitwa cofactors matrix C.
Okay. Yes.
Something you should also notice for cramming purposes or for exam purposes. This minus matrix. They had negatives. Kabla tuweke hizi, unaona kulikuwa na negatives, some figures that were negative.
Yeah.
When you convert it to a cofactor, it remains, but now without the negatives.
Okay.
It remains, but now without the
negatives. Okay. Yeah.
Now, after that, the next step is called to look for determinant.
Okay.
And now the next step, we get, I think I can rub the squeeze sana na space. It's called determinant. So determinant, this is how we get it. Eh?
Okay.
Where I have cofactor matrix, you come here where we have the cofactor matrix.
Yeah.
You take these first row values.
Yes.
You multiply them with the first row elements of the matrix that you're dealing with. Remember, this is the matrix that we are looking the inverse for.
Yeah.
So it will now be 0.85 times 0.4415 plus, you take the next one, which is minus 0.25 times 0.4225 plus minus 0.33 times 0.3.
Okay. Yeah.
0.85 times 0.4415 plus minus 0.25 times 0.4225 plus minus 0.33 times 0.3. On a key.
Sorry. 0.85
times 0.4415 plus minus 0.25 times 0.4225 plus minus 0.33 times 0.3 equals.
The last one is 0.13.
No, this is 0.3. 0.33 times 0.3.
Is it 0.17065? Is that what you're getting?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So 0.17065.
Yes.
Now, if you want to know whether you are still doing the right thing,
yes.
Unaona nimekwambia uchukue the first row values, hapa na hapa.
Yeah.
You can take any other row. You can take like this row and this row, or even a column. Even a column. Bora what you pick here is what you pick here.
Yeah.
Hebu tuchukue hizi za that column. Unaona hizi zimeteremka hivi? We put them in the crack. Haya, tuseme. Haya, sema minus 0.33.
Okay, just a minute. Minus 0.33
times 0.3.
0.3.
Plus minus 0.25.
Minus 0.25
times 0.275 plus 0.72 times 0.47 equals.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting the same 176.5.
That's another check. Whether you are
another check.
If they disagree, ujue kuna mahali ulipotea.
Okay.
Yes. So you can take even the second row, the first row, whatever.
Yeah.
They will agree. But now for our exam purposes, I want just to confine you to part of cofactors. You get the first row of the matrix you had, you determinant.
Okay.
The next step is called adjoint. Adjoint matrix.
Yeah.
Now this adjoint matrix, it is obtained by transposing the cofactor. Transpose means to interchange rows and columns.
Okay.
So hii row ya kwanza sasa itakuwa first column.
Okay.
So now this becomes 0.4415, 0.4225, and 0.3. This second row will become our second column here.
Okay.
0.2625, 0.5295, 0.275. And this one becomes our that column 0.2935, 0.3775, and 0.47. The inverse now, the last step for the inverse. Inverse. Now we are looking for I minus A. Remember hapo ndio tulianza ile formula inverse. It is equal to 1 out of the determinant. 1 out of the determinant.
Yes.
0.17065.
Yeah.
Multiplied by the adjoint. So the adjoint is 0.4415, 0.4225, 0.3. Then we have 0.2625, 0.5295, 0.275, 0.2935, 0.3775, and 0.47. Now that is what we call the inverse.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here. The next thing that you require is final demand.
Okay.
Final demand tusema inasimamiwa na matrix Y. Na tulikuwa tumeambiwa it is 60, 52, and 48.
Yes.
That way, this is for agriculture, this is for manufacturing, and this is for transport. Safari bado inaendelea, lakini tumefika mwisho sasa. Where now you are told to get total output. Sasa hapa total output ndio tulisema the formula X is equal to I minus A inverse multiplied by Y.
Okay.
So what I will do, nitakuja hapa ni rub hii so that I don't write again. So this is my X. So this is my inverse, you hear? And then I bring my Y here. So times Y. Y is 60, 52, and 48. Equals.
Okay.
You know how to multiply matrices, eh?
Yes.
What I normally call it 7. We do like this.
Oh.
Calculator tuanze.
Yeah.
Sema 0.4415 times 60.
Yeah.
Plus 0.2625 times 52. Okay. Then plus 0.2935 times 48 equals.
I'm getting 54.228.
Yeah, so now divide by this one. Divide that answer by 0.17065. Tell me whether you're getting 317.77. Can just work into this. decimals.
I have lost. I'm getting an error.
Okay.
Okay, let me do it again. Just give me a minute, please.
Yes.
Oh, instead of multiplying by, I put decimal. Okay. 0.4415 times 60 plus 0.26.
Yes.
2625
25
times 52. Okay, plus 0.2935 times 48. Yeah. Okay, then I divide these.
First of all, say equals.
Okay, yeah, equals 54.228.
I divide now by 0.17065.
17, just a minute. 065. Yes, I'm getting 317.77. I agree.
Good. Let's do the second one. The same thing. So square hero multiplied by the same column.
Okay.
So 0.4225 times 60 plus 0.5295 times 52 plus 0.3775 times 48 equals.
I'm getting 71.
0.004, eh?
Yes, 0.004.
Sasa divide by this one. Divide by 0.17065.
I understand what I'm doing wrong. 0.17065. Okay. I'm getting 416.
Yes.
079.
So we can, with two decimals, we can call it straight.
Yes.
Who multiply hii sasa? Nione. Hii na hii.
0.3 times 60 plus 0.275 times 52 plus 0.47 times 48. I am getting 54.86. Then I divide that by sorry, I can't see it. Just move the calculator. 170.65. So I'm getting 321.47. If we round it off, 0.48.
Good. That is how you get it. So this is now for agriculture, this is for manufacturing, and this is for transport.
Okay.
Yes. So that is how you get the total output.
Okay, great. Wow.
Yeah. Sasa, I want to quickly design the ile tulikuwa nayo.
Gani hiyo?
Ile tulikuwa nimechora. That's the one I want to quickly design.
Yeah.
Hapa tulikuwa na produce, hapa tulikuwa na, this was agriculture. Hapa tuko na manufacturing, tuko na transport. This was secondary. This was primary. Toto. This is agriculture. This is manufacturing. This is transport. This is final demand. final demand and total output. Total output. For the interest of time, it's the lines.
Okay.
So now you see this output, this one.
Yeah.
It is the one we bring here for agriculture. It is 317.77.
Okay.
But maybe I need to note, as per the requirement of your examiner,
yeah,
we refer to figure hapa.
Okay.
But I want to show you how to go back.
Oh, okay.
Because it is makes the understanding. You're able to see it in full. Yeah. So this is 416.08. This is 321.48. If you remember what we had done in our matrix, hapa tulikuwa tumeweka 0.15. Ile tuliassume hii tulikuwa na 0.5. Tulikuwa na 0.25.
Yeah.
And then I told you these ones are given per unit. So if this is the total and you want to know the total of this one, you now multiply by 317.77. Let's multiply.
Okay.
15 times 317.77. I'm getting 47. 47.6655. Yeah, I need to draw this lines quickly. Hakuna time actually. Jaribu kuseparate so that they are visible. I think now we are back. It is visible.
Okay. Yes, it's visible.
So sasa times, so this is 0.5 times 317.77. This will be 0.25 times 317.77. Wacha tujaribu kukimbia kabisa. 0.5 times 317.77. This is 158.885. 0.25 times 317. 0.77, 79.4425. Unapata hivyo
So then we total those up.
Aya, sasa hebu add, nakumbuka venye nilikuwa nimekuambia you add these decimals. 0.15 plus 0.5 plus 0.25. Tunapata 0.9.
Yes.
Aya. Na hapa tukasema hii ni primary. So primary ikakwambia it is what remains for this to be 1. So si ni 0.1. So times 317.77.
Okay.
Times 317.77. So times 317.77. 993. Hii ingine ni that 1.777.
Nimeshika.
Umeiona
Nimeiona.
Na sasa hapa hii nilikwambia ni total.
Yeah.
Na hii total iko hapa kwa agriculture. It is the same that we should have here with this one agriculture.
Okay.
So 317.77.
Okay.
Haya, tuende kwa hii ingine. Tulikuwa tumeweka 0.25, tulikuwa na 0.3, tulikuwa na 0.25. So ukiadd hizi tatu 0.25, that will be 0.8.
Yes.
Na tubakishe 0.2 so that it goes to 1.
Yes.
Now you multiply by the output of manufacturing, which is 416.08 times 416.08 times 416.08 times 416.08 times 416.08. So tuanze 0.25 times 416.08 is 104.02. 0.3 times 416.08 is 124.824. 0.25 times 416.08 is 104.02. 0.8 times 416.08 is 332.864. 0.2 times 416.08 is 83.216. Halafu hiyo total irudi back to 416.08.
Yes. Okay.
Huyu naye tulikuwa na 0.33, 0.25, 0.28. When you add 0.33 plus 0.25 plus 0.28 is 0.86. So tumebakisha 0.14. Sio unafuata?
Nafuata.
Haya, times 321.48 times 321.48 times 321.48 times 321.48 times 321.48. So you will multiply by 321.48. This is 276.4728. 0.33 times 321.48 is 106.0884. 0.25 times 321.48 is 80.37. 0.28 times 321.48 is 90.0144. 0.14 times 321.48 is 45.0072. So this should be 321.48. Sasa then hii final demand tulikuwa na 60, tulikuwa na 52 na tulikuwa na 48.
Okay.
Good. Sasa hii inaitwa transactions table.
Okay.
Transactions table. As we had said, these are the producers.
Okay.
And these are the inputs. These are the users. Now, I want us to recap everything we have said. Tukiwa now na the total data.
Okay.
Number one, tulisema this input output is a study of the interdependence among sectors in terms of where does a sector get its input from and in what quantities, and how is the output from a sector is used by who and what quantities. The other point is when you are interpreting a column, these are inputs.
Okay.
When you are interpreting a row, these are usages or uses of the output.
Mm.
Then I told you there are two versions. Two versions, it is where you are given, the first version is where you are given everything in total. Total, I mean, this 47, this 104, this 106, and this 60. The second version is where you are given R1 in terms of ratio, like what the examiner had given us. Tulikuwa tumepewa hawa kina 0.15, hawa kina 0.25. Tumeelewana? Now, if you are given in terms of totals, and you are told to get X, the total output, X, it is very simple. You simply get A, you multiply by Y. Sorry, you add Y.
Okay.
Now A is the intermediate demand. These three, they are the ones that are represented by matrix A. Sasa tupa calculator. Nataka to add this data. Sema 47.6655 plus 104.02. Tuna add hii na hii na hii. Haya, plus 106.0884 equals.
Nimepata 257.7739.
Yeah, sasa hiyo ndio inaitwa intermediate demand. Hiyo ndio A.
Okay.
Ongeza this one, add 60.
60.
Does it bring you to what we have here saving?
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Good.
Okay, good. Nimeshika. Nimeelewa.
The same thing you can be able to confirm even with these others. Yes, because kuna some examiners watakuletea swali ikiwa in totals.
Yes.
Na mwingine akuletee ikiwa ratios like yenye tumekuwa nayo. Sasa ukiwa na totals tumesema that is the formula.
A plus Y.
Yes.
Okay.
Kama umeanziwa na ratios ama these values have changed,
Yeah.
X ndio tukasema it is given as I minus A inverse multiplied by Y.
Okay.
Sasa hii ndio formula yenye tumetumia kwa ile safari. Tulikuwa na logical coefficients matrix A.
Yeah.
Tukai-subtract kwa identity matrix, tukasafiri safari ya kutafuta inverse. tukamultiply na y tukapata.
Agreed. Okay.
And
Edanyita.
Well. The other thing that I want you to know here is that input-output is a relationship of three threes. Is a relationship of three threes.
Okay.
The first of the three is here. This cell. These are three values. Kuna here 0.15.
Okay.
Kuna here 317.
Yes.
Na kuna here 47.
Okay.
You see that the examiner will give you two of the three.
Okay.
You can always get to that one.
Yes. Yes.
Alafu tukapata hii 317.
Yes.
Tusaidia kupata huyu 47.
Yes.
So that is the first. Na ukikorwo ukohetwo in totals, ukohetwo 47 na hii ya kule 317. All they need to divide this 47 by 317, you get this one.
Okay.
You know the first three. The second three, formula of one decade yuma x is equals to a plus y.
Yes.
And that way that is worry, that is a.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio ya kwanza. Hii ingine ni y. Na hii ndio x. So hiyo ni tatu ya pili. No, this one, this one, and this one.
Yes, okay.
The third three is here. On our input. When a secondary and primary.
Yes.
If you add, obviously, like this 0.9 plus 0.1, it is 1. In other words, this 285 plus this one, 285.993 plus that 1.2%.
Shoka 317.
One is necessarily that the secondary, the primary, and the total.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow.
So if you can understand these three things, input output, you are good to go.
Wow. Okay.
The other thing is now language.
Yes.
Language, when they tell you this one requires, ujue kama they are talking about input ama output.
Output, yeah.
Akoloma input umekire column input, output. That's good.
Okay. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, that is understandable now.
Good. So I want to tuko na like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to say that to me question to the course.
Yeah, matrix. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought Markov chain. Markov chain is what we'll do later.
Ni handout ya matrix application tulikuwa tunatafuta, I think tukaikosa.
Matrix application. Just show me again how it looks.
Here, matrix application.
Oh, okay. I must have it. Nimeipata.
Umeipata eh? Haya. Ela tuate kioria tukia mbele. Tuangalia 2 by 2. Malaiga, suppose we have two companies. Electricity company E and water company W. Output for both companies is measured in dollars. The electricity company uses both electricity and water input in the product of electricity output. And the water company uses both electricity and water input in production of water output. Suppose that technological matrix. Technological coefficients matrix. So this matrix, we write up matrix A. We have the producer on this side.
Okay.
Producer is company E, water. No, electricity, and W for water. Then here we have E and W. This is where we have the user. That's the design. We'll talk about many together. So suppose that the production of $1 worth of electricity requires.
Yeah.
Whether they are talking of input or output. Suppose that the production of $1 worth of electricity requires. Is that input or output?
Suppose the production of $1 worth of electricity requires its input.
Good. So if it is input, we will record it in the column.
Okay.
So to put it requires 0.3 of electricity. So electricity is 0.3. Tuanyita na hawi. Add 0.01 worth of water. So that is right up at 0.01.
Yes.
You know na okay ni kana na input kana ni output ni. Duwe no out akumikira hari gukoro no ahitia ito.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm calling brackets. Then the other one, and production of each $1 worth of water requires 0.2 of electricity. So you know hapa na huyu mwingine 0.4 of water. That is a technological coefficient matrix.
Yes.
The next one is the final demand for the outside sector of the economy of water and electricity is that. So final demand, how do we have a final demand? Final demand, the electricity 12, now water 8. Determine how much electricity should be produced to meet this demand.
Okay.
Do you know it has all issues? Now this is our matrix A and this is our matrix Y. Look at all your total output. You don't know total and you're dark with
Next.
You have to ratios. You use the formula. The X is I minus A. Inverse multiplied by Y.
Multiplied by Y. Okay.
So I minus A will be 1, 0, 0, 1. Identity matrix minus 0.3, 0.01, 0.2, 0.4 equals anyway what here 0.7, then we to have 0.2 negative, then we to have minus 0.01, then we to have 0.6.
Okay.
So when you come now to look for the inverse of this,
yes,
the procedures used, they depend on the order of the matrix.
Okay.
If this is, now that this is a 2 by 2, there are two things we do. We get the determinant. So the determinant is 0.7 times 0.6 minus 0.01 times minus 0.2. I
got 2 by 2.
2 by 2.
Okay.
0.7 times 0.6 minus 0.01 times minus 0.2. On a 0.418. Then you got to look at the new matrix. So new matrix is created by interchanging the positions of the major diagonal and changing the signs of the minor diagonal. The new matrix to change positions, so it was 0.6 and 0.7, then minus. Now you change the sign for the minor, so that's like back as positive 0.01 and 0.2. We know it our new matrix. So now we will be able to say that our I minus A inverse, which is 1 out of the determinant, so 1 out of 0.4418 multiplied by the new matrix 0.6, 0.01, 0.2, 0.7. Then to X, to la formula, no? To whether determinant 1 out of 0.418 multiplied by 0.6, 0.01, 0.2, 0.7 multiplied by matrix Y. Matrix Y, you know, about the which was 12 and 8. To multiply matrix here.
That's what will give us an answer, yeah?
Yes. So 0.6 times 12.
Okay, 6. Plus,
yeah, plus 0.2 times 8.
And 8 equals 8.8.
Then we will go in this inverse.
Okay.
Coming to determinant, divide by 0.418.
Okay. Was 21. 21 point, yeah, 0.05.
Yeah. Then we do the same. Okay, we'll hold this row and this column. So we'll get 0.01 times 12.
0.01 times 12.
Plus 0.7 times 8.
Okay.
On a 5.72. Divide that by 0.418.
Okay, 13.68.
Good. Give me your answer.
Oh, okay. So what I first do is I give the technological matrix, which is the 0.3 and 0.2, final demand. So then I come here, I minus from the identity matrix, the identity matrix minus the technological matrix, it gives me that number. From there, I get the determinant. The determinant, I have it here.
From the answer, this one, eh?
Yeah, from the answer, yeah. So it's 0.7 times 0.6 minus 0.01 times minus 0.2. Yeah, this one. So I get that 0.48. Then I get the new matrix. New matrix involves interchanging the major diagonal, the numbers.
Yes.
And then changing the signs of the minor diagonal.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I take for the identity the formula identity matrix minus technological matrix, the inverse. Yeah.
Yes.
Is I multiply by this one over the determinant and the new matrix.
Yes. Perfect.
So now the new matrix, then I multiply this by final demand.
Yes.
To get total output. Okay, fine. Okay, perfect. This one now, I wish we had time to do the other one, the number 2 of that page, because I don't never clear. Or can I attempt it? Then we look at it when we meet.
It is like the first one that we had. An economy is based on 3 sectors.
Yeah.
Agriculture, energy, and manufacturing.
Yes.
Production of $1 worth of agriculture requires an input of 0.2 from agriculture and 0.4 from energy.
Yes.
The same thing down there. So that is interesting. Maybe we need to investigate why they are giving 2 there.
Yeah.
We need to. Are you able to consult your teacher?
Yeah, I'll find out. I will find out.
Whether that is the way it should be. Hear the opinion of the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I get the water today? Has been I had pointed earlier 18th of May 2022. 18th of May 2022. Question 3.
Question 3. Okay, fine. Okay.
Tageria kome design ni. Alafu haria ukinyia uhurire bisa udubire WhatsApp.
Okay.
Then I'll have a quick check on it. Before we begin the other one. The Markov.
Okay. Eno ya matrices, eno ya matrix application niyo tuweka question 1 ya 2 industry eno that question. I'll also attempt that.
In that question
eno tuheto technological matrix. Na tukaheo the non-industry demand in millions.
Attempt that.
Okay, I attempt that. Yeah. Okay. What time would you want us to meet?
We had proposed to meet from 8 to 10.
That's fine.
Another class that is beginning at 6.
Okay, sir. But I really appreciate.
You shall use the same link. Link
Nikira nayo at 8.
Maybe no, at 8:05.
8:05. Okay, sir. Okay.
Asante.
Thank you so much. I appreciate. Okay. Bye.